New Orleans Saints versus Washington football team reaction. My Saints versus Washington football team instant reaction is this is what should have happened. The New Orleans Saints, I think, are better than the Washington football team. I'll say this. The Washington football team have improved offensively in the offseason. And Heinicke can throw the ball. He's a gunslinger. He's going to make mistakes, but he's going to drive the ball. But the New Orleans Saints are the better team here. They should have won, by the way, as they should have won last week. So I guess you can always... well, you shouldn't take anything for granted. Let's put it that way. The Saints came into this game 2.5-point favorites. My pick coming into the game was that the Saints would win 24-22. I thought it was going to be a little bit better scoring because I keep waiting for the Washington football team defense to show up. My computer projections were a little bit more bullish on the New Orleans Saints. 29-21 is what my computer projections were. Once again, my computer projections are smarter than I am. I should just leave it all up to my computer. Safe cover for the New Orleans Saints this week. Congratulations to the Saints. Let's get into the Saints stats. Jameis Winston, 15-30. That is not good, so at least Washington forced a lot of incompletions, 279 yards, but here's the thing. Of those 15 completions, 4 of them were touchdowns, only 1 interception, and giving up a Hail Mary at the end of the half is inexcusable. Alvin Kamara, 16 carries, 71 yards, adds another touchdown. Jameis Winston also, by the way, adds 6 carries and 26 yards on the ground. At the receiving position, this is why people ask me in fantasy football, why am I not so high on, so-and-so? And I was not high on Marquez Callaway. I did have him as a daily fantasy sleeper this week, so he got into the end zone twice. I look a little intelligent every now and then. Marquez Callaway, 4 receptions, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. One of them was that cheap. I shouldn't say cheap because they earned it, but Hail Marys at the end of the first half should never happen. It's ridiculous. But Callaway got it. If you had him in your daily fantasy or your fantasy football lineups this week, you did. I was never a buyer on Callaway coming into the season because the New Orleans Saints, man, they always spread the ball around. And I have said Jameis Winston's been playing great quarterback this year. Maybe didn't give it to you in terms of completion percentage this week, but he gives you 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. Huge payoff there. Deontay Harris, 1 reception, 72 yards and a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, another touchdown reception through the air, 5 receptions, 51 yards. Troutman, Kenny Stills, Taysom Hill, Hogan, and Johnson get targets. They just divvy out those targets so much. That's why you really have to, week to week, you really have to pick kind of what the matchup or where it's going to be. I liked Callaway against Washington this week, and ended up panning out for people that watched and listened. By the way, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. For the Washington football team, Taylor Heinicke, 41 attempts, 20 completions, less than 50%. Not going to do it, right? Not going to get it done in today's NFL. 248 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a couple, I think one really bad one, but all interceptions are bad, but one was really bad. On the ground, Antonio Gibson, 20 carries, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 3.0 yards per carry average. That's why I like the Saints, once again, in this game. Their defense can make teams one-dimensional. I still don't know, I don't understand how the Saints managed to blow it last week against the New York Giants, but they figured it out. They held Gibson in check on the ground. Heinicke gets a couple yards on the ground. That's why I like him in daily fantasy. Sometimes I hated the matchup this week. I'll probably be back on Heinicke next week. But really, Washington didn't really get a lot going on the ground, and that's to be expected against the New Orleans Saints defense. They're really underrated. They always fly under the radar with their run defense. I don't know why that is. Adam Humphries through the air, 3 receptions, 73 yards. That's your leading receiver, 73 yards. Ouch. If your team is being shut down on the run, you need to do better than that. And for a while, by the way, Washington, man, they have a lot of fight in them, and they hung in there. And Washington does hang around in games. The Saints, I think, on a 4th down scored, if I'm remembering correctly. But either way, I mean, the Saints were aggressive. They put them away, and that's what they should do. DeAndre Carter adds 4 receptions, 62 yards. Terry McLaurin, not bottled up necessarily, but 11 targets, only 4 receptions, 46 yards. That's not a McLaurin-type day. Seals Jones, 5 receptions, 41 yards. Basically, Washington, the story of the game for me was the run game was shut down, and they couldn't really get it done after that. So there you go. There's my reaction. The Saints really should be a 4-1 team. I think they're 3-2 at this point. Washington fall. They're going to have tough sledding because Philadelphia is a lot better than I thought they were in this division. New York, I still think Washington's better than New York, but Dallas, to me, is playing the best football in this division. It's going to be tough to catch them. It's not like last year where you could finish, at around 500 or below 500 and win the division. That's not going to be the NFC East this year. Washington's defense has got to figure it out. The offense, yes, you got to keep track of the turnovers. You got to keep control over the turnovers. Not, Heinicke can't throw interceptions, all that stuff. But the defense has to get better. The defense is not playing like it was last season. I'm kind of giving up on them in fantasy football and otherwise until proven otherwise. So there you go. There's my reaction. Please like, comment, subscribe. Comment below what surprised you. Saints fans, congratulations. Washington fans, get that defense together, baby. We'll be back later with some more reactions. Thanks for watching.